everyone, welcome to my very first journaling video. I am a bit of a seasoned YouTuber. I have a doll channel. I collect dolls and I have a doll channel called J Dolls UK. And this is why this is Jay's journaling, because yeah. So I thought the first thing I'd do would be to show you the first journal I ever made, which is here in front of me. I made mistakes in it, and I made it not that long ago actually. So you can see I've got my tassel here. I love this tassel. These are all the things I've got in this journal are things that I've seen on YouTube and got ideas from YouTube, things like that. My tassel I love, and I've seen a few people who have these tassels on their journals. It's just lovely, lovely, very tactile because it's got all different textures in it. There's metal in there, there's lace, there's ribbon, there's fluffy stuff. It's just lovely, and it even makes a jingly noise. What more could you want? I recently just added this cover to it. It had just a normal cover, just a basic cover. This is a little tag I usually use for my sewing. I do a lot of sewing, so I popped that onto there, and I did actually sew it on. It just says handmade on it. And then here you can see I have a little wooden butterfly. I have some hessian, that's from my sewing. Some fabric. This fabric is what I covered a journal that I made for my daughter in. I covered it in that fabric. This little piece of, this is just embroidery floss that I've made into a little bow there. A little wooden heart. This is my new wax seal kit that I recently got. Love that. Some lace in the background, bit of net here. This is a little metal, what would you call it, a charm? I think it's for a necklace really. It's got the two bits each side that you would attach the chain to. And then here, this is a little bit from a scarf. I got a few of these scarves from a car boot sale, and I just really liked them. And I just cut one of the little dangly bits, we'll call it, off there to use for that. And on the background, on this fabric on the back, is one of my favourite fabrics, and it is hot air balloon. I love hot air balloons. Don't ask me why, because I'm afraid of heights. I am, but I love hot air balloons. For my fastening, I've just zigzag stitched this lace to each side to fasten it up, because it's got quite a lot in it already, even though it is quite a new journal. One of the mistakes that I made was gluing the fabrics together to make, you can see I've got big bubbles of glue in here now. Ones that I've made since then, I've learned not to glue but to sew, and so that's, you know, the one I'm making at the moment I'm going to sew. I got these little corner pieces from Amazon. I got a pack with about 20 in, maybe more than that even, and they're very easy to use. You just literally pinch them onto the corner of your book. I pinched them with a set of pliers, covering the patterned bit up with the piece of material so I didn't squash that. Then I've been tucking things in that I found around the house. This is a little thing that my grandson made, and it says to Grandad in it, and he made that about 10 years ago, so that's really special. It's been kept in a drawer, so now I've popped it in here so that when I look through this journal I'll see that and I'll know all about it. I haven't written anything about it yet, but I will do. Here's a little tassel tag that I made. It's just a little, no, it's not a staple, what do you call it? Paper clip. It's just a little paper clip. I wrapped a little bit of paper around the front part of it and decorated it. That's a little snail on the front there. And then I made a little tassel with some embroidery floss. And we've got beads on there, and we've got a little star button. Oh, forget my head if it was loose. Then we move on to here, we have some journaling. I have a little tuck spot here, which is half of an envelope, which I've fastened in with some washi tape. And it's actually fabric tape. It's not paper, it's made from fabric. so it's a bit stronger. I decorated the front of it with some mushrooms. I've got some little notes in there that my granddaughter wrote me years ago. I've got one of my favourite coffees in there. Love this. Oh, it's not the one. My favourite one is the salted caramel, but I love that. Got that in there. I've also got, this is from a wedding invitation that I recently got. This was on the back of it, so that's in there because that's really special. This is the envelope from the wedding invitation. It's a save the date that I got, so in there is some little bits in there and a little bit of journaling about that as well. And I've got some receipts in there. I keep the receipts because I think when you look back in years to come, it'll be interesting to see how much things cost. I've done a bit of journaling on there, a bit of journaling on there. This is a little colouring page I put in, so you can sit and do a bit of colouring, you know, if you wanted to, a bit of journaling there. This was an idea that I saw on YouTube and I love it. I can't remember where I saw it now. I can't remember what channel I saw it on because I've watched so many channels. But what it was some birds cut out of a bird book, and the tails are made fancy with little strands of leftover paper. That's all that is. And doesn't it look lovely? I absolutely love that. Then on here I've got a little motivational quote which says, no matter how much you care about someone, you can't take responsibility for their happiness. So that is the absolute truth. You can't take responsibility for someone else's happiness. You can take responsibility for your own. Very important. I need to put a bit of extra tape on there because this is so full of postcards. It's postcards that we've collected over the years on our holidays. And yeah, I need to actually do some journaling on the back of them so I know what's in there. And then I've got a little bookmark that I made. I've got lace on there, little bits and bobs that I've added. It's not fully finished yet. This is an altered paper clip that I got as a gift with some things that I bought from Etsy. I have a little paper tab, there that I've put on. I've seen that done on YouTube. I've got a little Sudoku there. I haven't finished that yet. My brain hasn't been in gear. I've got a little bit of space for some journaling there. Some little books pages here. This one was a book of, now what was it, walk, something like nature walk, something like that. And then in here I've got, this is a lovely card that my friend Sheila sent me all the way from America. So I've popped that into my journal, and I've also got some little journaling cards. I actually ought to have put this in the other way round. I think what I'm going to do is tape it here and cut it this way so I can pop them in without squashing them. I have written on the card who it's from, so that's good. And then we've got more space for journaling here. This is a little tuck spot. I haven't finished. I need to glue it down each end so I can tuck things into there. This is a little envelope full of papers and things to journal on. It's got a colouring bit in there. I've got a little tag that I made in there. And I've got some, I think I've got some little butterfly. These are from a birthday card that I had. I pulled them off and I thought, well, I'll glue those into my journal. This I got free. Now, did I buy it? It's either from eBay or Etsy, I can't remember, but whoever I bought it from, they tucked all the things that I bought into this little, like an envelope or a tuck spot. I was going to pop that into my journal somewhere when I find somewhere suitable for it to fit. This was a card. I accidentally cut this card while I was cutting something else. And I cut it in half and I thought, oh, what a shame, because I'd kept the card because I loved it. And I thought, well, I'm going to use it anyway. So that's what I did. I used it as a little tuck spot in my journal. I have another Sudoku there. Hopefully I'll be able to finish that one. More colouring there. A journaling spot. Some music paper. I mean, I don't think any journal is ever really done, is it? So I'm just flicking through what I've got done so far. This is as near done as I've got with any journal I've made so far. So in here I've got a tag that I can write on, and it will tuck into that little half. It's half of an envelope. I've got these. This came in a pack that I got. I think I got that from Vinted, and I thought it's for making cards with, but I thought, no, I'm going to use it as a journaling card. I just really liked it. Then I have another little tuck spot here, and I found that washi tape is probably not the best thing to use to fasten your tuck spots down. I did sew this part in. And again, I have some journaling cards in there, some little round ones. I've got a little tag there, so nice. I have my 4-colour pen there. This I have in, and this is stitched in, so it can be folded out to see the pretty pages. Love that paper. And I can journal on the back of it if I want to, or on the front, and that's textured paper. I love that. So I do keep my pen in there. This here I can do some journaling on. This one is just brown paper, and I have lots of different coloured pens for journaling with that I can write on so that they show up well on there. Another little tuck spot there, little envelope. I've got a little doily. I could write on that. Some little paper there. A little word search. You get the gist. Another tuck spot. Music paper again with a tuck spot in there. Journaling in between that map paper. I want to add some fold out pieces, bits that fold out for me to, you know, more than what I've got already. As I say, this is the first journal that I've ever made, so do bear that in mind. This is another tuck spot there, look. And this is a piece of card. I don't remember where I got that card from, but I didn't want to throw it away, so I used that in there. More journaling space there. A word search, more journaling space. Another tuck spot, more journaling space. Yeah, I've got lots of journaling space. This was a birthday card that I got. And again, I put a tuck spot in there for journaling cards. More journaling, more colouring. Another tab there, another little tuck spot there, another little doily. I just like the doilies, they're so pretty. Just some pretty paper. Journaling again, I can journal on the bottom of that. I have more journaling space here and here. I just love that paper. I think it's beautiful, so I wanted to add that into my journal. And my journal doesn't have a theme apart from I like that, so I put it in. This is from an Amazon bag. Something was delivered in it, and I thought I could tuck things into there. It's nice and strong. I stitched it there down the side. I have my piece of doily there, another piece of the envelope. I had it in half and sewed it, you know, fixed it in the middle. More pages from the books there. Another piece of that where I can do some hidden journaling just there if I want to. I can do journaling on there. More journaling. Lots of places to do journaling. In here I've got a little heart doily. I just thought that was really pretty. I got a set of doilies from Amazon because I couldn't find any in any of the shops I looked in. So that's another tuck spot. More. It's getting to be much the same now, isn't it? I did do a lot of the... this is the other side of my card, and it's from my daughter and son-in-law. This is another journaling card stitched in. Another piece of that's really nice. That's artist paper. So, I mean, I'm rubbish. I'm no artist, not by any stretch of the imagination. But, you know, I could perhaps do a bit of painting on there. I have that colouring there. I have this, which was from a birthday card. I can write on that. I can write on that. I can write on that. That's just from the Amazon bag again. It was a piece of that, and it's just a single piece I've popped in to write on. This, I just thought that looked gorgeous, and it's from a magazine. Look at that. Doesn't that look lovely? Yeah, it looks really nice. Orange upside down cake. So I've even got the recipe for the cake there, look. Then again, I have my music. I can write on there. I can write sort of all around there. Another piece of pretty paper. This is from a recipe book that I have and I've had for a long time. I never use it anymore, but I wanted to save it, so I've popped that in my journal. This is another little journaling space, and this is from a set of cards. This is actually from the box that the cards were in, and I had this set of cards, and I sent them out to my friends when I sent them Happy Mail. And I wanted to keep it to remind me of that. And it's from the Nut Brown Hare from Guess How Much I Love You. And I loved that little set of cards. So yeah, I wanted to save it. That, and as I say, that was from the box. I have some journaling cards in here. And a little heart. And then just loved that paper. Like I say, my journal doesn't have a theme. It's just things that I love. Beef cakes with beetroot, that's the recipe for. I'd never ever make that, I don't think. Indonesian meatballs. Boiled beef with dumplings. I've got the recipe for that, and then I've made a little tuck spot there with that. A little bit of journaling space there, and the music. I love the music paper. This is from a magazine again. This again is from the Amazon bag. It was a bag that it came in. And I left that bit on there to add a bit of interest. And then here you can tuck that under there, you see, like that. If you wanted that to be hidden journaling, you could tuck it under there like that and no one would see what was on the bottom of there. Then this piece of the rest of the card that I got. Look at that. I just thought that was funny, just made me laugh. And then more colouring and more of that lovely art paper. And then this bit, which I'm going to again either sew or staple or glue that down, and it will be a tuck spot. So yeah, that was the flip through of my first journal that I have made. And as I say, I don't think any journal is ever complete. So yeah, and I've started doing some journaling in there, and I absolutely love it. I hope you enjoyed my first video. I hope you'll pop back to see me again. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.